Hello and welcome to the first episode of Myrmidon Nation. My name is Jesse and we're doing the unboxing and product review of Pour Amour Ants based in Canada. I will have a link to their website below. That way you can check out the products if you're interested in any of them. Glad to be starting the channel and I hope you guys enjoy it. Please like and subscribe and put in some comments of future stuff you want to see. Just a little bit about myself. I'm 24, as I said, my name's Jesse. I moved to California with my wife. I was in the United States Navy and I got medically retired, and I really got into the hobby of ants. This is my going into my third year. First thing we're checking out is their nanogrout Formicarium. I'm going to be putting in 2 Camponotus vicinus queens. Most species are polygynous based off of region, not really the entire species as a whole. So we're going to be seeing if these guys are actually polygynous or not. Up next is just some vinyl tubing, but we have the all-you-need feeding kit. It goes for 28 maple leaves. I don't know the US currency thingamabobber for Canadian maple leaves to US bald eagles, but whatever. They have 3 glass vials as well as 3 liquid feeders, the little trays for them. The trays are a lot bigger than the Biformica product, but they have a little basin, so if you get that air pocket after your ants have been drinking for a while, if your temperatures increase, that air pocket can expand and push out a lot of your liquid. So that's why I do prefer the Pour Amour version than the Biformica version. I always have liquid seeping out of the Biformica. Have not run into this problem yet. Their Formisyrup, as Pour Amour calls it, is a 50-50 blend of Canadian maple syrup and wildflower Canadian honey. It's 60 milliliters, and they have their Formiprotein, which you need to go on to www.pouramourart.ca to see the instructions and ingredients for. I have not used it yet, but my ants so far have loved the Formisyrup. And it also comes with 2 feeding trays that you could pick up with forceps. Has a little lip on it. Alright, up next we have the test tube array Formicarium. It goes for, well, this one goes for 38 maple leaves. It holds 4 test tubes. They do make different sized ones. It comes with the test tube insert piece. Attached to that, it has 2 different slots you could attach 2 Outworlds to. You could attach 1 Outworld and on the other side put another test tube array Formicarium. Endless possibilities. But seriously, the design is really nice. I'm putting Tetramorium in mine, so right now I have 2 test tubes, one that I already had them in, that luckily fit, and I attached one of Pour Amour's test tubes. It comes with the red viewing shield there. Copper cotton stoppers. Took me so many tries to get that right. I kept saying copper stoppers, but that backwards. Copper cotton stoppers. So thankfully I got that right. Here I'm just showing the back piece that keeps the test tubes flush. That way they're not leaning one way, up or down. I'm not going to be using the red viewing shield, but if you believe in red, please do so. Don't let me stop you. Yeah, and that is the test tube array Formicarium. Alright, and here's just a look at the test tube setup. I put too much water in that one, so I had to empty it and pretty much push the cotton down to the hole. But here's the Outworld for the Tetramorium. I put in a few milliliters of the Formisyrup into one of the liquid feeders. I also gave them a few mealworm pupae. I take the heads off and just kind of, like a tube of toothpaste, push up. It just makes it so they don't have to rip into the bugs. Pretty much everything comes out pretty easy. But in no time they were in the Outworld feasting Pretty much had to already put in more sugar and more pupae. They were very hungry, and have already started to lay another batch of eggs. So I'm pretty excited to see how this setup ends up working out for them in the long run. Alright, and up next we have the honey cell Formicarium. It's 12 by 8 centimeters and goes for 48 maple leaves. The hexagons really make for a space saver. You use like the most amount of the Formicarium space that you can with that shape. So it should be able to hold a decent amount of ants. It has a 5 milliliter water reservoir for humidity, and I decided to put my Campanata semicetaceus in it. They are a ground-dwelling Campanata species, so they're not really the best carpenter ants, but in any case, I really like the coloration, and they have a really nice temperament. So, as you can see, the Formicarium has the front viewing shield that comes off. It also has a back viewing shield, and it's meant to be sat upright with the hydration at the top. So far, I really like the design of it. I've just plugged in one side and added my own Outworld to it, and the ants have been responding really well. So we'll keep that colony updated among the rest. Alright, and up next we have Poor Amour's Outworld. The one that I got, the style options has the mesh on the lid, just one hole, and only the bottom has the sand. And I kind of had a mini stroke right there, I guess. But in any case, maybe it was the price, because it's only 13 maple leaves. But in any case, I decided to use it as the Outworld for my Tetramorium, so we'll see the functionality of it in a little bit. So far, I like it a lot. It holds plenty of space. I have one of the liquid feeders in it, and there's still plenty of room for the ants to roam. So it doesn't take up too much room, but it's a very nice sized Formicarium. And this is the test tube rack. I got the largest one they had. It was a little expensive, 92 maple leaves and 20 maple cents, whatever. I did get all of the test tubes have a grout insert as well, so I'll be showing those in a second. Alright, and this is just a closer look at one of their test tubes. This is one that came in the test tube rack. It has a much smaller insert than the large insert. But again, it only holds a few milliliters of water. All of the test tubes have the hole in them. Again, I find it more convenient. You might not, but if you didn't, you could either plug the hole or buy your own test tubes. The test tubes don't slide out super easy at all, and none of mine came cracked, chipped, not the insert, not the test tubes, so everything was shipped really nice. This is just a closer look at the Nanogrout Formicarium. Simple design, has the just entrance, test tube holder, and it uses the cover glass for microscope slides as the viewing glass. And this is just the Formisyrup in focus. Last time I had it out of focus, so now you can actually read it. And we're going to transition over and see the test tube array Formicarium test tube. It's just a longer grout insert. But it already has the copper cotton stopper in it. So you just take out everything, you put in the cotton, the stopper, and then the grout insert, and you're good to go. This is just an in-focus view of the Hex Formicarium. That way you can actually see it. And that's just the hole for the hydration. Alright guys, and that's the end of the first episode. Next week we'll be having another video from Agent Ants out of Texas. He does a lot of DIY stuff. He wanted us to test out a few of his products that he's actually going to be showcasing on his website. So we'll be showing that next week. If you guys are interested, please again like, subscribe, and comment what you want to see. If you have any products that you want reviewed, that you make yourself and sell yourself, anything that you want to try out but have been hesitant to, we're really down to do anything. We want to make this a fun experience for you guys, especially beginners and people who have been doing it for a few years now. We just really want to have a full community here. So, yeah, we'll see you guys next week.